Hey, so instead of typing up blog post after spending the day typing stories, I've decided I'm going to do video entries, and then maybe that will get me to do them more often. And I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to talk about, and I might make it a separate page because I know my previous blog posts were about um, like different things that have to do with the books. But you can find out all about the books on Facebook and stuff. And it's funny, I was going to get up and put my makeup on and try to make myself look vaguely presentable. But then I thought, why? This is reality. This is what it looks like. I had surgery last week, and my eye won't start watering. Um, and this is what real life looks like. I'm in my office. The light is hurting my eye, and I just got my kids out the door. So I think that's what these are going to be like, real life of an indie author. But I don't know, beginning indie author. I don't know how to, not super successful indie author, but struggling. And the struggle is like part of it, part of like what I want to talk about. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do these little videos, and I'm just going to, be completely real and talk about like the day-to-day grind and the real shit, honestly, just the real shit that goes on when you're trying to do this. So brace yourselves. I'm going to try not to cry my way through it, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be as real as I possibly can with you guys. So, I am super lucky. First of all, let me just say that I'm super lucky. I have a wonderful husband who supports our entire family while I throw money away at this. And that's what it is right now. So that's where I'm going to start with this. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a fair amount of money. And when I say a fair amount, I'm going to say an unfair amount, really, because a lot of people that want to do this, that want to write and want to, it's their dream to get their books out there, cannot afford the things that they need to be able to succeed at it. Like, you have to pay for marketing, and if you're not making any money at it yet, how are you going to pay for that? And you need good covers, and if you're not a graphic designer, then you've got to come up with the money for that. So people are working full-time jobs and writing in their basements and or scribbling stuff down, and then they're struggling to come up with the money to pay for the other stuff. So I'm extremely fortunate, and I probably don't say thank you enough. But on the same side of that, just like I'm sure almost all the indie authors that I know do, I sit here some days and I question what I'm doing, question why I'm doing this. Why am I taking money that could be used for my family and just throwing it away, because that's what it feels like a lot of days, just throwing it away. And so there's plenty of times when I question, is it all worth it? And people don't talk about that. They don't talk about how, as you pay another bill for something, an ad, a promo, a cover, editing, whatever. How stressful that is. It is extremely stressful. And a lot of times you are sitting here feeling like you are completely by yourself in that, even surrounded by family and friends. And if you are lucky enough to have other authors that are, struggling the same way, for some reason, we do not talk about it. We do not talk about how upsetting and how it makes us feel, at least how it makes me feel. I mean, there are often days I feel super selfish, and I feel just like in this pit of, it's kind of like in The Money Pit, that old movie with Tom Hanks. I feel like this chosen profession, chosen dream of mine is just a huge damn money pit. And I question my sanity and my selfishness at continuing to do something that is costing my family so much. And not even just the money part, but the time part, the mental part, because that frustration and that stress that I feel when I'm doing this and trying to make it better each time and trying to get to a level where they feel it. They feel it from me. Even if I'm not taking it out on them, they can tell. So I really feel like I joke sometimes. I've made a joke before that saying that we need support groups, and there's always all these things that you can find online about what authors look like or whatever. There's a reason, I think, that just in general, creative people have so many issues with mental health. And it's because we feel so isolated sometimes because of how people perceive our reality of what we're doing day to day. And people's perceptions are, in general, completely wrong. So I will be as honest as I can, and I'm going to try to do these videos as much as I can, and just talk about the stuff that is important. So watch for more updates, I guess.